can fly.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another game analysis video. In these videos, I go over every single one of my offensive and defensive actions in the game in order to improve my own game. And then I post it to YouTube so that you guys can get a little behind the scenes thought process or insight into what goes through a pro player's head. So this game, my team FC Tulsa is taking on Atlanta United 2. This is our fourth game of the season. Yep, fourth game of the season, as you can see by the records here. And this is an away game. So we're playing in Kennesaw Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. So here is the starting lineup for FC Tulsa, my team. It's actually right. Usually they get these things wrong, but this is actually right today. I am number 13, Matt Sheldon, and I'm playing right winger in this match. So without further ado, let's get into the game. Here's the kickoff, and here is the start of the match. Atlanta United start with it. They play it all the way back and then swing it all the way across their back line. And then here is my first touch in the game coming up. Basically, the ball is going to be lost by Atlanta. We're going to pick it up in the center. Suarez starts to drive. I'm kind of just high and wide pushing out. And then as I see Dario kind of takes this touch wide, now I'm kind of 1v1 out here. I start to get this guy kind of like rounding his run to eliminate a back pass. So my option now is to take this guy one-on-one. So I just start to go, little hesitation, change of direction, and then I just try to clip the ball into the box into my two attacking players, and I end up winning a corner kick off of that. Here's my next touch in the game, just a little bit of back pressure. Ball bounces back to me. We just want it here. You want to play simple. You want to escape the pressure with an easy pass, and then so that we can basically maintain possession of the ball, swing it around, and build. So play it right back to the center back. The center back plays it out, and then a few quick passes out of that pressure, and now we can face forward with the ball and start to build an attack. So this next play right here, I'm right here. I'm starting to round my run to cut off that sideline and force him back. I'm doing this because the fullback is a little bit deeper on the field, so he's in front of me. So I kind of want to keep that play going backwards. I don't want him to go up the sideline here. We have numbers up, so let's cut the sideline, force him to play back, and keep that pressure up the field. Now, next play here, my right back has the ball, Bradley Bourgeois. He just kind of clips it in, and immediately I'm checking my shoulder to check where that defender is and where that space is. I start to see that he's behind me, and the space is kind of over my left shoulder. So immediately I'm starting to go, do a little step over, and then attack into that space. And as I'm bringing it down, immediately I'm looking towards the goal to see what my options are here with Rivas and Suarez, but they're both tightly marked. And I see Rodrigo right here, top of the box, laid off for him, and he has a shot on, or attempted shot on goal. A good play. I think that's a good start from me offensively. Next play, Bradley again plays the ball into me. I'm doing a little turn on the sideline, and then the fullback there does a good job just to win pressure. And then as he kind of turns back, I try to steal the ball, stick my foot in, and just completely clip him for a foul. So, yeah, I mean, I think it was a good turn there. Everything was good. It's just maybe take a little bit bigger of a touch after I make that turn to try to create more space and get out of that pressure. Here's Jorge, great little touch inside. Suarez, great pass over to Jorge Corrales. He takes a touch here. I hesitate a little bit. I don't know what I'm thinking. Honestly, maybe I'm thinking he's taking another touch, so I want to time my run and allow space. I should just be sprinting in there. I allow that defender to get a little bit ahead of me. It's a great ball in. Just hesitated a little bit. Just need to go a little bit more full force into the box there. It was a great ball. I mean, he did everything right. I just mistimed my run there. Next play, the ball's going to go out to my fullback. Once again, as you can see, anytime it goes to the fullback, you have two options: to either round your run and cut off the sideline, or round your run and force him down the line. So here I'm rounding my run, cutting off the sideline, and forcing that play back. And it all depends on the variables, like where you are on the field, where the other players are on the field, and little tiny details like that. Like, for example, this same ball goes out to the fullback. He's a little bit higher up the field now. He's past me. So now this is a play where I'm going to round my run and force him down the line and into pressure. A little slip there, but I think that's the right idea. Force him into that pressure, and we almost won possession there. Another clip ball over the top into Bradley. He's going to win the ball. Comes down to me. Got lots of time. Take my touch down, and then I'm looking forward. This guy's cutting off the sideline. I'm looking for an option now. You can see Kembo Cabato right here, wide open, calling for the ball. Quick two-touch pass into him. He makes a great touch and then gets fouled there. Next play, Jorge now with the throw-in, throws a long throw to Rodrigo. The ball bounces right to me. As I'm looking, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 defenders. I know this is their fullback, so there's a ton of space over on this right side. I had no idea that Bradley was over there. I didn't check my shoulder honestly before, but I kind of just knew that's where the space was. So I took my touch, turned, and he was making that run. We're on the same exact page. That's a really good play. We're all on the same page. Fullback, me, everybody. So happy with that. Once again, fullback's going to receive the ball ahead of me. So once again, I'm rounding my run and forcing him down the line, trying to keep the ball going this way. And again, perfect. Bradley's on the same page. We win it. Ball comes out to me now, tight on the sideline. Maybe I could do a little dink right here into Wako, but I'm looking forward. Rodrigo's making a run, but I underhit it. I need to hit this harder and down to the corner flag, and I kind of clip it a little bit too soft there. Mo Jadama clears the ball out, comes into me, just doing my job to hold the ball there and then get fouled. Now next play, header, ball bounces down into me, try to take my touch inside, a little bit of juggle, and then just lose possession there. And then Kembo tries to clean it up, but can't. Wako passes me out the ball now. I'm looking forward. Again, he's making a good run, but I think he's already going to be offside, and this defender's kind of cutting it off. My option now is to come inside. You can see the passing lane. That's where the space is. Playing to Kembo, and then he plays out of it. It's cluttered. It's clustered over there, and now we're going to swing it out to the other side with their space. Ball comes into me again, missed pass from Atlanta. I'm just going to follow it all the way down. Don't really want to throw in here, and I know there's not that much pressure, so I'm just going to collect it and play to my center back, and then just forming a little bit of a triangle here. I'm staying back. I'm not pushing forward just so we can form a triangle around this one Atlanta United defender. Just so there's passing options. So when this happens, he pressures me, I'm still there, or pressures Mo, I'm still there for an outlet. Now it deflects off him for a goal kick, so we're all good there. Ball comes into my fullback again. It's a great touch from the fullback. I'm just trying to apply a lot of pressure. It's a great touch. As a fullback, I can respect that touch that he takes that in front of me, where my only option is to foul here. And then free kick in the 34th minute of the game. Great free kick. And then bounces off the crossbar. Our center back, Jadama, overruns it a little bit, but credit to where, credit is due. Jadama is one of the only people following that shot in, and it just overruns it a little bit, bounces right to the Atlanta player, and then he just slots it right in the far post there. So unfortunate. I do think, to be 100% honest, that the swing of the game, the momentum of the game was in Atlanta United's favor coming up to this. They had a lot of possession. We really didn't have much possession going into here. And then right after that, just a minute or two after, a little missed header, a little flicked on header. Great play here from Stanley. And then they score their second goal. So 36th minute now. And then again, it's just little things everything from... Jorge goes up for the header. Maybe our back line could be a little bit deeper. And then I think Kevin just steps in a little bit too early, and then he realizes that it's too early and that he doesn't want to foul the guy, lets him go around. And then could we be, maybe just a little bit tighter to the runner. But it's a good play. It is a good play. Just a whole bunch of little details always lead up to the goal. It's rarely one person. Ball comes out to me. From the goalkeeper, really don't have much option there. I can't bring it down, it's too high, so I just have to try to flick it on. And then again in the 39th minute now, deep cross, and this is something that I've thought about a lot. So the ball is coming right to me. I have two options. I can either flick that ball out wide, or I can head that ball out for a corner kick. And it's one of those situations where you're either damned if you do, damned if you don't. And looking back at it, I think, obviously hindsight's 2020. I should have headed that out for a corner kick, but then sometimes you head it out for a corner kick, and then maybe the corner kick's more dangerous, and then you're like, wow, I should have just flicked that header on. But I think I should, if I could check my shoulder earlier and see if there's a guy just lurking right on the top of the 18, to then be smarter about that and head that out for a corner kick there. But it's unfortunate. And again, little tiny details. Could we be marking up on the back post? Just stuff like that. Ball comes down or out to me from Bradley. Just doing a quick, 1-2 touch play. Wako plays it into Suarez. Suarez lays it off perfectly. And then DaCosta almost slots it in the upper V right there. Just frustrating that we hit the post. We did that. Ball comes into me here. Honestly, looking back at this, I should just take a shot. I think left foot. I'm right on top of the 18, bouncing down. I take my touch back, try to play it back into the fullback so that we can whip in a ball. But I think a better option, honestly, is just to have a go there, be aggressive, take a shot. Bradley's driving, my right back's driving, plays me out the ball, and then I just try to play that early cross in, make it a little bit too predictable, blocks it, and then long throw for me, 44th minute, just trying to hit one of our players, rebounds right to me. I think I make the right decision here to do a first-time cross. I see a lot of bodies in the near post. I try to hit this near post, but I still underhit it there. It needs to be whipped in a little bit harder, a little bit higher. But I think, the idea is right. Just the execution of it needs to be a lot better. And then there's the end of the first half. I mean, really not many, or is this the end of the first? Oh no, this is not the end of the first half. I forgot about this. Long throw in, fell asleep a little bit. It's a really intelligent play from Atlanta United. I don't know who, is that Benitez? I don't know who that is, but really, really smart play. Just from, as that ball goes out of bounds, you can see the Atlanta United player. If you guys rewind it, he really kind of like stays offside. He knows he's offside. He sneaks behind our two center backs, and then it's a quick fast break from that. Smart. Yeah, so anyway, that was the first half. I mean, 4-0, incredibly frustrating. One of the worst halves that I've played in a long time. Honestly, I think the touches and everything, the attacking that I had was okay, but just the possession, I mean, look at the possession here. We had 37% possession of the ball, no shots on target. It's really, really not good. And I think when you don't have possession of the ball and you're not getting that many opportunities, you start to defend a lot. If you guys watched the full game, it was a lot of us just running around, trying to defend, trying to press, and Atlanta just kind of pinged the ball around, just passed the ball, tiki-taka, and really just broke us down. And they were 100% the better team in this first half, in the whole game, to be honest. But I did think here coming out for the second half that we did a lot better. Ball comes out to me, a little bit of a mistouch, but I'm looking for it out of my peripherals. I see Jerome kind of lurking in the back post, or not back post, off the guy's back shoulder, and I just try to clip the ball in behind. Jerome does a great job to use his body and get on the end of that, bring it back to me. Here I have two options. I'm looking right to Jerome, but I'm starting to see this guy move a little bit. I still think it's on, but then I'm also seeing two white shirts out of the peripherals on my left, so I'm taking it in, driving a little bit, and then playing it into the checking Joaquin Rivas, and then continuing my run. It's a good team build up here. I really think the first 10 minutes of the first half was very, very good from us, but the other 80 minutes was a lot better from Atlanta United. Here is a good cross from Corrales, deep in, and then this is where I banged my head hard against the ground here. I don't think I really got I don't know if it was a full concussion, but in the game I was fine, but I did have a headache after the game for the next 48 hours. So I passed all the concussion protocols in the game. I was okay to play, but this one hurt pretty bad. As you can see, my head just hits against the grass there, which is deceptive. You think the grass is going to be soft, and then you bang your head down on the ground, and all of a sudden it's ringing. And in concussions, I want to make this like a little PSA. Concussions are extremely, extremely serious. If you guys ever think that you have a concussion in the game, make sure you see somebody. Like I'm doing the full check. He's asking me, where are you? What day of the week it is? What's going on? What's the score of the game? What's your name? All these types of questions just to see that I don't have any memory loss, or that I'm not severely concussed or anything. So take them seriously, because they can be career-ending, if not life-threatening. But again, I want to make it clear that I did pass everything. I'm answering all the questions pretty solidly. I didn't have any concussion symptoms at the moment, so I was fully cleared to come back into the game, and I felt like that was the right decision as well. So I came back into the game here. And then here's my next touch on the ball, just coming deep for the ball from that center back. Immediately, I know this guy's pressuring me and cutting out the line. I need to take my touch inside. Both my center backs are pretty tightly marked here. I could try to ping it over to Kevin. There's a guy lurking right here off screen, which you'll see. I think that this is the right ball. If I play that ball to Kevin, it has to be 100% on. You can see the guy right there. He's close to Kevin Garcia there. I just don't think that reward is worth the risk of that ball. Now here, checking in for the ball, Bradley's making an underlapping run. This guy's starting to pressure me. I see the gap. Just play it one touch into Bradley, continue my run. Great ball into me. And then here, I should play it first time on the ground for Jerome, making that near post run. But I take a heavy touch. I was looking up and messed up. Again, it's the execution. It's like I said, it's the execution of the final third for me that's frustrating. It's the crossing needs to be sharper in this game. That touch needs to be sharper. This needs to be sharper. Ball comes into me, chest it down, right into the 6. I try to lunge at it with the left foot, and I miss the shot. So it's all the execution. I'm in the right areas. I'm making the right runs. I'm doing the right things, I think. And I think, the ball bounces out. The goalkeeper's coming out. Do I have a little bit more time? I just was here. I just wanted to get my foot on it, get a shot on goal, and I missed the frame. So it's just the execution of it. So it's very, very frustrating. But it is like a little bit of like I feel like I am doing the right things. And then 1v1 defense out here, just forcing the guy wide. I don't want him to cut in. I just want to either force him wide or make him play back, which was a good 1v1, just holding up, being patient there. Little combination play out wide, another great cross in. I'm inside the box, another header. It's a tough one, kind of backpedaling there. Could I get that on frame still? Yeah. And this is a little defensive pressure I want to talk about, just rounding the runs. Again, I don't want him to turn and just have an easy access, laying up the field. So I'm kind of cutting off the sideline. And then here, his only option is kind of in the center. And now I want him just to kick it long. He's forced on his left foot, and it's stuck. Me and Jerome both did a good job to pressure him wide and kind of limit his options there. Again, defense in the attacking half, just tracking that runner back, forcing him wide. You can see that I want to use this sideline to my advantage, try to keep him wide. He tries to do a little meg there, almost gets it, but I think it's a good body positioning, good defensive positioning, everything. And then here, 68th minute, Corrales comes in, really, really tough tackle. I mean, it looks like this is his second yellow, so gets a red card here. You can see that the tackle was a little bit late. It was a little bit mistimed, just a little bit, kind of studs up, dangerous play. Do I think he has a point that maybe he got the ball here? Yeah, a little bit, but I do think it was deserved, 100% deserved to be a yellow card. So that was unfortunate. So now we're down a man with 20 minutes to go, down 4-0. It's not an easy task here. Now receiving the ball, this guy's starting to round his run. I want to take my touch inside just to have options. So I take my touch against his momentum. I'm looking forward, but everybody's kind of a little bit too high up, and I don't want to just kind of kick it in behind right now. So I'm going to drive a little bit forward and then play it into my center mid, Rafa. He's in a good spot there. And then Sean does a great kind of clipped in pass out to me. And again, this guy's coming in hard now. A lot of pressure. Could I open up and take my touch down the line here? Probably. But he's flying in. So what I do is I take my touch with my right foot, put the ball on the opposite side of my body, and then put my body in between the ball and him. So the only way he's getting to the ball is to foul me. Just a little thing. I see him flying in. If I keep the ball in front of me, he's going to just come in and clobber the ball. So I put the ball on the opposite side of my body and just shield it so he has to foul me. Then my boy Michael Cunningham, 7 MLC, coming in for me in the 74th minute, and that was the end of my night there. So that was frustrating. I think I had good moments again, good ideas, but ideas aren't good enough, And then now we're in the 80th minute. Atlanta United doing a good job to possess the ball, breaking through some tackles, and then here's some great off-ball movement right here, little give and go, great passing behind. We're 3 in the back still, obviously, because of the red card. Just get drawn out a little bit, and then there's 5-0 in the 80th minute. So, yeah, it sucks to do these analysis videos when you get smacked around like this, but 93rd minute now, and there's the game. So very, very poor performance from everybody, I think. Poor performance from me. Yeah, it's just, what can you say? We did our analysis of the game. We reviewed it. We tried to learn from it, try to build from it, but 5-0 is embarrassing. I was definitely procrastinating doing this game analysis video. Give credit where credit is due. I think that Atlanta United came out and balled out. It was very, very difficult to press them. They had great possession on the ball. They built well. They attacked well. They finished their chances. So they played very, very well this game. And then finally, here is the match stats from the game. As you can see, it stayed at 37% possession, which is terrible. We need to get that at least to like 40-45% minimum in order to have a chance at defending, have a chance at attacking, even though we still managed to get 13 shots, but only 1 on target. So the stats kind of tell the story of the night there. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it was a tough loss from us. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, peace.